This is a community that really has two different communities within it, and I think more than anything else we want to bring everyone together on a mutual agenda.
Part of today is to continue to let all of us know we are more alike than different, and our issues and our efforts and our lifestyles will be affected equally by what type of development happens in this community.
We've chosen about 5 topics, and so by the afternoon the folks that work around those topics, environment, children and youth, other issues, employment and jobs, will start to put together a potential agenda. And what we will do from that agenda is start working with developers and others that provide community benefits around those kinds of contributions that will best move us toward the agenda set up today.
We urge you to take yourself very seriously today. We're not here to waste our time or your time, so take yourself seriously. Respect what you bring to this discussion.
It's a wonderful day for our Southwest community. Our voices are finally being heard about the priorities and the kinds of things we want to see in our neighborhood.
I have been working with CBCC and LISC for the last few months planning this event. Their commitment to the community is admirable. So today is really about hearing from you and how you can really impact what our achievements should be as a community.
What we're doing at the tables is we're receiving information from the public about their values in the community and what they value the most.
Every community has their ups and their downs. We've had our ups, we've had our downs, but there's such an opportunity for an up now. I've been living in Southwest for 40 years. I've been involved in the community. We have a really wonderful community. We have a great history of community activities together, and I think everybody who is coming today will see just the way things are set up, that they do have a voice, they do have rights, and working together, perhaps we'll all find that our future will be better.
Well, I think a community benefits agreement is very important for a community because oftentimes the city will come in and get its first bite about things that are important for the city at large. And, you know, obviously the city is interested in having residents move in. They're also very interested about retail. And it's really about tax dollars and what the tax dollars are going to bring to the city to be able to afford other resources in the community. It's not a one-size-fits-all discussion in any community benefits agreement. So it's what the developer brings, what their resources are, what we're talking about on the table.
There's a ton of development pressure here, and there's certainly no guarantee that the development that will happen here will empower and serve the people who live here.
But when that does happen, the city and in this case the CBCC wants to be in negotiations because there's a public benefit that's being given to the developer, and there's an expectation that something comes back to benefit the community, and that, you know, and that may be, you know, some percentage of affordable housing. It may be, you know, for if there's retail that's going to come in, is there a lower rent for local small businesses so that they can compete with chains?
So those are some additional challenges that you saw that were not in the guide. So thank you for that. Now let's see what kind of achievements that you brainstormed. So
I had a guy who grew up in public housing at my table, a guy who has been an urban planner in DC for 30 or 40 years and is very familiar with sort of the development history of this neighborhood. Folks who have just seen so much happen, and they just brought a really rich perspective to sort of where this neighborhood has been and sort of the direction they think it's going in.
Just the excitement and the aha moments in people's faces when the public housing people are sitting next to somebody who owns a property, and each of them may have walked past each other. You say, oh, you live here and you got crime too? Oh, you live over there and you have crime too? So I'm looking forward to more unity in the community, to less divisions, some of which are artificially enforced. I'm looking forward to people being together and making a real voice, and the most powerful thing is that we will be able to speak with one voice
People need to stay organized, community groups need to get stronger, they need to collaborate with one another to make sure that this is not the end of the line here today, but that people continue to get together to make sure that goals get set and tasks get accomplished and that we make real progress going forward.
What happens next is, first of all, there's a report that will go back to all the community members that participated today. It also goes back to the CBCC board to try to figure out what are some next steps we need to take. CBCC is a relatively new organization. They just got their federal nonprofit status last year. And so this was a kind of a coming out, an attempt to say to the community that we are around, we exist, and that we want to be able to listen to the leadership of the community.